What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make advanced claims. Now, you guys have been asking for this ever since I made my first claims video. In that, I showed a basic claim system, but in today's video, I'm going to be showing one that's more complex, but in the end will work a lot better. Now, if you have ever played on, let's say, a server, you may have played where you were able to claim a piece of land, or maybe had a team to claim land. With that, you could claim the land, and then you could leave and come back to it, and it would recognize that it's yours or your team's. Now, if someone else went into it and tried to do stuff, it would say that it's an enemy claim, and they wouldn't be able to do stuff. So, that's what I'm going to be showing you in today's video. Alright, that's enough with that, so let's get into the commands. So, first off, obviously, you're going to need a command block. And our first command is actually going to be really simple. So it should be repeating and always active. And this is going to be execute at E, type equals stand, and then the common name equals claim. And then tilde tilde tilde, TP tilde 300 tilde. Now, if I were you, if you have the ability to, I would use a custom entity instead of an stand. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do it with an stand because a lot of people don't have the ability to do that. So this is going to be your first command, and after that, we are going to start on the actual commands for the claim. So the basically two parts to this. One is going to be making the claim actually like recognize you, change your game mode, all that, and the other part is going to be the creation of the claim, where you would, let's say, drop an item down, and then it would create the claim for you. There are a few scoreboards that we're going to need for this. So the first one is going to be called claim. So you're going to do scoreboard objectives, add, and then claim, and then just dummy. And then the second scoreboard is going to be simply just claim 2, so add a 2 to the end of that. And then there's going to be one more scoreboard that you're going to need, and this one is going to be called poems. So again, make sure you have all those scoreboards, claim, claim 2, and poems. So now let's get into the commands for the first part of the claims. So this is going to simply just be a chain. We can make it come off of this command block rather than starting another repeating. This is going to just be chain, unconditional, and always active. So now, the first command for this is going to be this command right here. Execute at A, tilde tilde tilde, detect, tilde 0, tilde, barrier 0, swerve player's operations at as claim 2 equals at as claim. Now, I'll explain this in just a second, but if you need to pause the video right now to copy that command down, please do. So what this is doing is, of course, executing all players, and if there is a barrier at Y level 0, then it is going to run the scoreboard operations, which basically copies your score from your normal claim scoreboard to claim 2. Because we're going to be doing a little kind of math function to figure out if it is indeed your claim, and we are going to be doing that on the claim 2 scoreboard rather than affecting your main score. You'll see that later on in the video. I know it sounds complicated, but trust me, it's not that complicated. So, okay, our next command is going to be the same, just chain, unconditional, and always active. And then I will grab the command for this. So it is going to be, give me a second. It is going to be this command right here. All right, again, if you need to pause the video to get that, please do. But what this is going to do now is it is going to subtract your claim 2 score from the stand score. And if your claim 2 score is, let's say, 1 and the stand score is 1, then it should end out as 0. So basically, even let's say your claim 2 was 10, the stand should match if it's your claim, so then it would subtract and equal 0. So what we're basically doing is just checking if your score ends out to be 0, and if it is, then we are going to be executing the rest of our commands. So, okay, this is a second command, and then there are going to be just a few more. So, after that, we are going to want to have another chain, unconditional, and always active. And then our command is going to be this right here. Scoreboard players set at A, scores equal claim 2 equals 0, and then poems at -1 to 1. So, like I just said, if your score equals 0 for claim 2, that means it is indeed your claim. So we're going to set your poems to 1. And the negative one, I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, so make sure you have that command down, and then I will be moving on to the next command. Again, just like the previous ones, chain unconditional always active, and this is going to be our command here. So what this is doing is, if your score is not 0, that means it's not your claim. So it's going to set your poems to 2, which in just a second we will be identifying what each poems do. So let's go to the next command, and this is going to be simply scoreboard players reset at a claim 2. So now we're done messing with claim 2. We don't need that score anymore. So we're going to just reset it. And now this is where we are going to get into starting to mess with the poems. So there are going to be 2 more things for poems we're actually going to need, and the first one is going to be this right here. Execute at a scores equals poems equals exclamation mark -3 tilde 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 detect tilde 0 tilde glowstone -1, and then score replace that as poems 3. Now again, may look complicated, but all this is doing is around the claim it's going to be a glowstone border at y0, which is going to be saying that you are entering or leaving a claim. So make sure you have this command down, and then we will move on to the next command. So next one, again, same as others, chain unconditional always active, and this is going to just be execute at a the scores equals poems equals exclamation mark -4, and then tilde 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 detect tilde 0 tilde bedrock -1 score replace set as poems 4. Now outside claims is going to be Bedrock because that's how a normal Minecraft world should generate. So that's what we're going to be executing here, and that means you are in the wilderness or the wild, so you should be in survival, which now is we're going to set up what each poems do. So after we have set up the things to set your poems, we're going to actually be messing with what each poems do. So again, chain unconditional always active like the previous ones, and then you are going to want to have this command here. Now you don't necessarily need this, but it is just to kind of look nicer. So I would recommend having this. So I would recommend taking note of this command, putting it in, and yeah. So I'm gonna go to the next command, which is going to simply be this. It looks kind of similar, but trust me, it's different. So make sure to pause the video and get that. The next command is going to be this here, game mode at s at a, and the scores equals poems equals 1. So again, like I said, if it is indeed your claim, then you are going to be in survival. I know I'm moving through these commands kind of quickly, but I don't want to make the video super long because there is a little bit more to this. So the next command, again, same as others, and then the command inside is going to just be square root place set at a scores equals poems equals 1 to poems -1. So all this is doing is once we've run the title and then changing in game mode, we don't want it to spam your screen, so we're just changing it to -1. Alright, so after that, again, it is going to be the same command block type, so chain unconditional always active. And the command inside is going to be this here. So title at a scores equals poems equals 2, subtitle, and then whatever you want to say. I would just have it say land protected, because if you're going to be in an enemy claim, then obviously the land is going to be protected. So the next command is going to be the title at a scores equals poems equals 2 title, and then enemy claim. Again, you can make it say whatever you want, but I prefer this. And with this, yeah, you know what, I lost my train of thought, but let's just continue going on. Alright, again, they're optional, but I would recommend doing them. But yeah, okay. Next command, game mode, at a scores equals poems equals 2. So if you're in enemy claim, then you're going to be set to adventure, so you can't do anything. Alright, and then after that, it is going to just be this command right here. There you go. So copy that down. And then we're going to get on to doing everything for poems 3. So there should be about 4 commands per each thing. So this is going to be the first one for poems 3. And now the second command for poems 3 is going to be, like I said, right here. And like I said earlier, it's going to be entering / leaving claim. So make sure you get this. And then the colors don't matter. They're up to you if you want to do that. But yeah, okay. So, and then next command is going to be this right here. Like I said earlier, I'm sorry if I'm moving fast, but I don't want to make the video go on forever. Um, and then this is going to be our last command for poems 3. Just set it to -3 right here. And now we are going to move on to our poems 4. So basically, the wilderness. So the first command is going to be this one here. And actually, if you're wondering why we're doing the subtitle and then the title first, I know it seems a bit weird, and to me it does as well. But you need to do the subtitle before the title if you want them to both show up at the same time. But yeah, okay. So now we're going to be doing the command for our title, which is going to be this command right here. Alright, so make sure you get that down. And then after that, we are going to change your game mode into survival. So that will be this command here. Alrighty, and then this is actually going to be the last command for part 1 of the claims. So, like I said, I'm gonna break this up in 2 parts, as in not 2 videos, don't worry, but just 2 different sections of the commands. You'll see when we work on part 2, you'll understand more why I'm doing this. So, okay, there we go. This is going to be the last command for this. And actually, now that we're ready to move on to part 2, somewhere in your world where there's going to be a ticking area, because you want to make sure your commands, and yeah, you're going to make sure your commands are in ticking area, and actually we're going to make a Bedrock Platform. What this is going to do is make sure that our claims are not going to be able to be overlapped. So let's say if I made a claim, and then my friend Neo over here, if he made a claim, I don't want him to be able to overclaim mine and then be able to glitch mine out. So we're going to be preventing that here. Like I said, you're going to want this to be in ticking area, so you're going to do fill and then some coordinates that are in your ticking area. It should basically look like this, so tilde 90 and then Y level doesn't matter. I'm going to do 3. And then like this. So you're going to want to do this for your command somewhat, right, which is in your ticking area. Now, I actually have my coordinates pre-planned, so I'm going to get rid of these tildes, but if you don't have them, because you want it to be, it should be 181 blocks by 181 blocks. Um, so the tildes were there, they will help with that. But for instance, if you're doing it as 0, 0, it's going to be really simple. So mine is going to be centered as 0, 0, and there we go. We have a Bedrock platform. So you're going to want this whole thing to be in the ticking area. Otherwise, your commands and this will not work out. Alright, so now let's move on to our part 2 of the commands. The first thing you're going to want to do now is have an item to create your claim. So I'm going to just get a diamond and I'm going to rename it to be claim. Now, obviously, you're going to want it to be more fancy, something else. Maybe even make the name modded so it's longer than you can rename in Anvil so no one can glitch it out. I would recommend doing that if you have the ability to, but it is not 100% necessary. So now for the commands here, we're going to start off with a repeating, unconditional, and an always active. And now our first command here is going to be this right here. So test for at E, type equals item, name equals, here's going to be the name of your claim item. Like I said, I'm just doing claim, and then tag equals no claim. You'll see why we're doing the tag in just a second, but we are actually going to grab a comparator and a repeater here. Put the comparator right there, and then the repeater coming out. There we go. And then what we're going to do now is, let me go back to my game. So we're going to want an impulse, unconditional, and needs redstone command block. And then our command for this in here is going to be tag at E, type equals item, name equals claim, tag equals not claim, and tag equals not no claim to add no claim. So what this is doing is basically we're gonna, after we've set up this little part here, it is one more command, which I will do this before explaining just so it makes a bit more sense. So it should be chain unconditional always active, and then simply this here, which if, I'll actually drop it right now because it says you cannot claim here. There's a claim too close by, and we're going to be making it so obviously there's a bit of delay here. And next to this, we're going to have a system which has no delay, meaning it should run first. And if there is if your land is clear to make a claim, it will. but if it's not clear, it will not make a claim, and then like half a second after, this will run saying there's a claim too close. So now let's get on to the part where you're actually going to be making your claim. So as you can see, I put repeating, unconditional, and always active. And your command here is going to be execute at e type equals item, name equals your claim item, tag equals not claim, so tilde, and then test for blocks, and then that location that you filled your blocks in. So make sure you get the coordinates of the corners. And then tilde, -90, 0, tilde, -90. So what this is going to do is, if there's a claim nearby, the blocks at the bottom of the world will not be all bedrock in that location, meaning there is a claim too close by, which is where our other system over here is going to run. But after this command, we're going to take a comparator and then make it go into an impulse command like this, unconditional and needs redstone, and then our command is going to be tag at e type equals item, name equals a claim item, tag equals not claim, tag equals not no claim, and then to add claim. So then after that, we are going to have a chain command block coming off of that, which should just be chain unconditional and always active. And our commands should be execute at e, tag equals claim, and then this here. So this is going to be a entering and leaving claim. That's what it will say there. And then now we want to actual inside of the claim. So chain unconditional and always active. And we are going to fill the inside of that area now with barriers. So here we go. Here is our command here. And then after we have done that, we're going to want a chain unconditional and always active. And then this command here. So this is going to cover our blocks with bedrock, so no one can break down to them. And yep, again, chain unconditional always active. Then we're going to want another chain unconditional always active. So that's going to be like the settings for all the rest of the chain command blocks. I'll stop saying it, but yeah, this is a command you're going to want to have here. So I know this, you see claim twice, but all it's doing is just a fake player name claim on the claim scoreboard, adding 1. Our next command, again, same settings. Trust me, we are getting close to the finish line here. So here is our command here. There we go. So what this is going to do is summon understand name claim at Y300 in the location of the item. And now after we have done that, we are going to, again, place another chain command block. And our command here is going to be this one right here. So make sure you get that done. And actually, that is a scoreboard I forgot to add, so this is a good time to add it. Scoreboard objectives, add, claim, E, and then dummy. Alright, so now we have 4 more commands left. So our next command is going to be this right here. Make sure you pause and copy that. Now we are 3 more left, and then here it is going to be this command here. So just like that. And then 2 commands now, so we are really close. So now the next command is going to be this one here. I know it looks a bit confusing, but trust me, it'll all work out. And then finally, our last command. So our last command is going to be like this. Make sure you copy that down, and yeah. Alrighty, now that we are done with these commands, I will show you me actually claiming some land. So there's actually one command I forgot. It's really simple. So we're going to come out to our chain command blocks here. The last command on here was just this one here. So you should be able to find this chain, and then we're going to add a simple chain, unconditional always active. And this is going to just be scoreboard players add at A, perms, and then 0. Alright, and then once that is done, the system should work. So I'm going to actually fly over here some, and then I will show you me actually claiming some land. So this should be a good distance, and if I claim it here, as you can see, it says your claim. And then if I go into survival, let's say I run out here for a little bit, obviously my claim, survival, and this is the size of the claim. So if I go out just a little bit, it'll say entering / leaving. I could go right back in, and it would say that it's my claim, just like that. But if I go out just a little further than this, then it will say wilderness. So if I go into creative, then I'm going to go below the map just to show you. There we go. This is the stuff that it set up. Ignore those two over there. I was messing with something. But yeah, so this is what it will look like from the underside. And then I actually have a friend over here. So if I TP to him, there we go. I'll have him claim some land. So let's just go over here quickly. Whatever. I'll follow him. Okay. So yeah. Okay. You want to pick a direction and go? All right. Yeah, so all this will show is just what an enemy claim looks like on my end. So yeah, this should be far enough. So if you want to claim land, you can. Is it too close? Alright, yep, it's too close to another claim. I'm not too sure where that claim would be, so let's just fly out a bit. But yeah, it's what we set up earlier, a failsafe, so you can't overclaim, so that's good. Alright, if you want to try claiming it, there we go. And this is your claim, correct? It should say it. Yep, it says claim. Then for me, it just says enemy claim. So let's say I'm out here and I go into survival. As you can see, wilderness. Now I'm going to start running into the claim, entering / leaving, land protected, and then enemy claim, land protected. I cannot do anything, yet he can. So as you can see, he set himself to survival, and yeah. So yep, that is going to be it for claims. If you need to rewatch the video to get some of that, I would recommend doing that. I know this was a longer one, but you guys kept asking for it, so I was like, you know what, why not? I'll give it to you. So yeah, if there are a few things you want to change to improve the system, the main thing would just be make that OMA stand a custom entity. But if you don't have the ability to do that, don't worry, it will work just fine like this. But yeah, so that is going to be it for today's video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. If you really liked it, make sure to subscribe. And if you have anything that you want to see me make a video on, make sure to leave a comment down below. If I think it is interesting, then I will definitely give it a go. Alright, so yeah, that's it for today, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.